and talk to Wang, who's Executive Dean of the Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at Renmin University and was also the chief opinion editor for the Chinese Communist Party's English language daily, The Global Times. Thank you so much for joining us. What are your expectations from agreements from this meeting?
Yeah, I think these meetings are very good. Everyone are careful about it. Actually, as everyone knows, that China-U.S. declining over the past 5 years, wars, technology wars, and ideological wars against China. So, but now we all see that China and the U.S. still have many areas of cooperation, such as climate change. So I think the world also looks forward to China and the U.S. sit together, and China and the U.S. need to sit together and talk, not only to prevent their relationship from falling and military war, but more importantly, they are responsible for world peace and development. There are too many things in the world that require cooperation between China and the U.S. to solve.
What do you think of the military dialogue between the two countries and the differences in their approaches?
Okay. First of all, from many aspects, the military forces of China and the U.S. are unwilling to fight. At least the U.S. military dare not engage in war with the PLA. Because we all know in the Korea War of the 1950s, the Chinese army was very weak, but the American army failed. Now the Chinese military is not even more afraid of war with the U.S. military, but the Chinese military hopes to maintain peace. So that's why I think nowadays, even United States always provoke China, but the Chinese military still want to and willing to dialogue with the Pentagon. It's a responsibility of the two great powers.
And how do you see U.S.-China relations panning out going forward?
I think actually nowadays Chinese people have very low expectations for the relationship between the two countries. There are still many contradictions between China and the U.S. But China has a very higher and only a unique requirement to the United States, which is that the U.S. still respect China's sovereignty and the core interest. So I think that from this perspective, nowadays those contradictions cannot be resolved through one single meetings. But the meeting is very, very good, not only between the two countries' minister levels, but also today's the current leaders' meetings. So I think that for the world, the stable relationship between the two countries is a very, very good thing for the world, for the future.